Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Woo Pig Podcast. I am your host, OD Oliver, and we talking about Razorback football and basketball every day of the week here on the Woo Pig Podcast. And as always, you know who I got in the building.
Hey man, you got your boy G Holmes in the building, aka Big Sexy. We gonna call me Big Blurry today, man. I'm having some technical difficulties, but still somebody holler for me, man.
Yeah, he got some problems
Bro,
today.
it's crazy. Y'all don't know what go on behind. Hey man, y'all don't know what go on behind the scenes, man. You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. Everybody just like to come in and have a good time, man. We back here, we working hard back here, man. It's wild.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we appreciate your patience. We appreciate you guys tapping in and waiting for us, man, to come on this podcast tonight. Man, I was on the interwebs and I saw that they picked ESPN's AI system picked us to lose
Busters.
to BYU, man. And
They
I
did.
just couldn't believe it, bro. So I was sitting around just thinking, man,
They
like,
did.
how is it that they picked us to lose to BYU, which we beat the brakes off last year? Have we digressed that much, bro?
I don't know. I was kind of tripping whenever you brought that to my attention. So I wanted to do a little digging on BYU. Have they significantly improved from last year, or have we significantly decreased? So they've had 2 games thus far. They are 2-0 as well, as so are we. Their first game they played Sam Houston. They only put up 14 points. They scored 14 points against Sam Houston. Total offense, they had 257 yards. That's 145 passing and 112 rushing yards against Sam Houston. So I was like, that's interesting. They don't seem like they could beat us. So I looked at their game 2. Their game 2, they played Southern Utah. Now, Southern Utah, they put up let me see. They put up almost 400 yards of total offense, 300 and like 350, 48 passing and 46 rushing, and they beat them 41-16. So I don't know. I'm a little bit baffled by this statistic. So that's definitely gonna be something to talk about today.
Yeah, and I just got to thinking, man, and I'm like, if they picked us to lose to BYU, is it a bigger absence that Rocket Sanders is not playing, or is it a bigger absence that the offensive line hadn't showed up at all? That's what we want to talk about here on this first segment, man. Is it a big deal now that Rocket ain't playing, bro?
I think so. That must be that must be, what they're saying. That's the, the caveat.
Man, I feel like we got enough backs back there that if no matter who they put back there, if the offensive line do their job and block and push the line, any of those backs can do their thing. So, man, I think the offensive line, man, that's a problem, man. I've been a Bears fan since I was a kid, and the offensive line woes for the Chicago Bears never gets fixed, never. So if they show up the first game and they give up 31 sacks, man, that's gonna be the whole thing every single game. They got to either play conservative, have tight ends blocking, have extra linemen in the game, just to block. So it's gonna be hard to fix this just from game to game. I don't feel like those guys are gonna get better from game to game. So that's what I'm thinking, bro.
Hold on just a second. Yeah. Keep talking.
As always, late Deezy. That's what your name gonna be, man. Late Deezy, man. Well, always late.
Hey, you know how it
So we got
is.
so we talking we sit here
Man, it's
talking
crazy.
about,
What up, Deezy?
man, both of y'all blurry tonight, man.
What it do, man?
But we
Yeah, what's
everybody
going
have.
on?
Hey man, hey, it might be you. Did you restart your computer?
Actually, I did, and you know I'm on that. You
No.
know, I'm on that
That's
two.
what-
Nah,
No.
I'm on that 2 gig service now. So don't fade your boy. It ain't me.
No. But the last time we had that issue, this issue and everything, it was because you didn't restart your computer before.
Hey,
Because Deezy blurry and I'm blurry. That's you, bro.
You can do a speed test
I'm on
all
to
you
something
want.
on this
I got
one.
2 gig service and I'm wired in. So key yourself. That's all on y'all.
But that's nah, bro. Not at the same time, bro. I was gonna take the one, but now Deezy too. I mean, sometimes you gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm not lagging. I'm crystal clear. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on this one, boss.
Yeah, because.
But we ain't here to talk about the technical issues, man. We talking about these Hogs. They can hear us. Hey, we'll line out this other stuff later. But DZ, what we was talking about, man, is the bigger absence between Rocket Sanders. Who's the bigger absence here? Is it the fact that the offensive line hadn't showed up, or that Rocket Sanders isn't going to be playing against BYU because they picked us to lose against BYU? If you ain't heard, which I know you heard.
Nah, actually, I haven't. Last time I checked, that we was supposed to win by 9 points, but that was probably 2-3 days ago.
So I got the headline from an article I posted in the description after the ESPN AI system actually picked us to lose. They gave BYU a 64% chance of beating us. What you think about it?
I think that's a pretty simple answer, to be honest. I think, going into the season, we talked about it multiple times. We got a stable of running backs. And to be honest, I haven't been too impressed with anybody outside of AJ Green. So I'll say that. But even still, if you got a good O-line, it'll make even the most mediocre back look good. So I'm definitely going to blame the O-line. And I actually agree with the call. Like we all said it after the reaction that we did with the game. We could lose to these boys pretty easily. Now, luckily, I've been doing a little research. They offense not looking great, but they defense is. And they really looking just like us, a team where the offense supposed to be doing big things and they not. And then the defense, nobody expected to go crazy, but they actually doing pretty decent. So I don't disagree with that at all, especially with the way our O-line playing. It's looking nasty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the O-line is looking terrible.
That they are, man. So my next actual question, man. It's all kind of gonna go together here. You're gonna see how I built this, man. Who is this? I've been hearing a lot of questions out there, man. So I want to know.
Oh, D, you flexing on us. Hold on. Nah. Oh, D, you can't finna flex the new graphics on
Hey,
us
bro,
like
you know how I do. You know how I do, baby. Give me a minute. I'm telling you, the Woo Pig podcast gonna be ESPN out here. We gonna be ESPN out here, baby. I'm telling you, we coming. We coming. We coming.
We looking like first take.
I know if you can
we coming. Just give us a minute.
If we can get this video situation fixed.
Hey, we coming, baby. We coming. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But who to blame though? Who to blame for our offensive issues, bro? Is it Cody Kennedy, the offensive line coach, or is it Dan Enos play calling, bro?
I think we're gonna have a little bit of both on this one. We've never really liked, you know what I'm saying, Enos with his play calls. He's calling a lot of complex schemes, but we complain about the O-line. That's his room. That's Kennedy's room, right? So he got to take one on the head. He got to take it on the head for this one. So if he don't do something, man, they need to John the Baptist. You know what I say?
Hey, I've been hearing. I was inside of a Twitter space yesterday, and man, they want to see Pittman get Kennedy up out of here. They hate this guy, man. And I'll be honest with you, man. I don't
Yep.
really look at the offensive line. I never really looked at the offensive line coach because honestly, I felt like Pittman would be hands-on with that since he's that guy. I felt like he would, delegate stuff that he really wasn't the best at, the offense, the defense. But I felt like he could help Kennedy do his job. And as I've been building out the Discord, I was putting all the recruits inside of next year. And do you realize out of I want to say, I don't know how many recruits we got. I want to say 19 commitments. No offensive lineman. Not a one.
Dang. So he ain't even recruiting good.
No offensive lineman, man. So I'm like, that's crazy that we don't have not one offensive lineman in the stable, bro. At all.
It's
Not
hard to
one?
understand. I really can't wrap my hand around. I can't wrap my head around it, to be honest,
Nah.
because it's. I mean, what's Pittman's excuse? Oh, there we go. But what's Pittman's excuse? Because this
I
is
cleared
what
up
you
too.
do.
What
Like
you do,
this is
OG?
your thing. Yeah.
Hey, y'all looking good now,
But
man.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
It's
It's
looking real good now, man.
all of a sudden, at the same time, we start looking better.
Hey,
Come on now.
Hey, key yourself.
I
Anyway,
know.
go ahead, D.
At the exact same time.
But yeah, I truly don't understand what's going on because I just read a comment that said something real good. He said it's both the O line and the RBs, and I gotta agree. It's mostly the O line though. Like let's start there. Pittman, what do you do in practice? If I was Sam Pittman, I would spend 75% of my practice with the O line. Like
With
that's
the
that's
O-line.
all we need. I'm not understanding. I want to blame Kennedy because obviously he need to go. I think that's pretty obvious. But Pittman, what I don't get what he does, I guess, as a coach. Because you got those coaches who they run the offense. You got a coach that's a defensive head coach. Or you got a coach that's just a pure motivator, a Houston Nut type, where they might not know the X's and O's, but they know the Jimmys and Joes. And I'm having a hard time. And what are we in year 4 now? Figuring out what type of coach is Pittman. And I don't know. The more we look bad, the more I just question what his true role as a coach is.
Pittman is a nice guy. Remember? So, what have I been saying? Nice don't keep jobs.
All right. So y'all so to finish so I just want to did you finish your thought, G? Did you finish your thought, G? Hey, uh-oh.
Like you said, I mean,
Uh-oh.
yeah. Uh-oh, it's you, man.
Okay. Did you finish your thought? Because you kind of paused on there.
Yeah,
so.
go ahead.
Did you finish your thought?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all, so you saying it? Are you guys saying it's offensive line or Dan Enos? Let's be clear on the question. Which one? Which one is the blame here?
I'm gonna say O-line, just because at least we've seen KJ step up as a passer this year. Like even though he looked rough last game, that first game, his throwing technique worked. Like he was moving that thing a lot better than we expected. So I don't want to give it all on Dan Enos. Do I love some of his play call? No. But I can at least see the improvement. The receivers looking great. Like the quarterback to receiver pipeline looking real good right now. But the O-line, I don't see any bright spots. Like even the guys that's supposed to be amazing, not looking amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I do agree with what you said, man. The receivers, they especially Tesla, looking real. That boy looking real good, man. He definitely gonna get a shot on the next level. He can keep doing what he's doing. Hopefully KJ can get him that ball. So man, my next question to y'all, man, and then we're gonna open it up to our peoples in the chat, man. So our next one, man, is the defense really doing its job, man? Is Travis Williams, is he really doing more with better talent?
Mhm.
Because he got way better talent than Barry Odom, who just left. And Barry Odom had less talent. But are they really doing better? When we look at the defensive line, are they really doing better?
I'm gonna
I
say
will say
yes.
this. I was. I'll say. Let me say this. I'll say I don't think the defense has really been tested yet. So give them a chance to really get tested this week. They might get tested because that dude be slanting the ball around. Like I said, he had almost 400 yards last week, and so we're gonna see what he does. What our defense can do. Can we get through that offensive line and cause some hurries to their quarterback? That's it.
You think you think the Hogs can get it done rushing just 4?
They're gonna have to put in
Nah,
a blitz package for sure.
no, not at all.
So you saying they're gonna have to bring more than 4?
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I think we just haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. I wanna answer this defensive question though, because I actually do think the defense is a lot better. Like, I mean, when you say we have more talent, we might have more talent overall as far as a cohesive unit, but we don't got a Drew Sanders this year. We don't got a, even Miles Slusher, some of those DBs that were proven last year. Like, well, I ain't gonna say Miles Slusher. That probably wasn't the best name to say,
Right.
but we have more talent spread out, but we also don't have those who gonna get picked in the second round next year, like Drew Sanders or third round. So I think the defense is doing better. As a guy that used to play defense, I played defense in high school. I know that don't mean too much, but I had a sorry offense my senior year. Our defense was cold. And when you a defensive guy and you steady running on that field and those guys not producing on the other side, it's a factor to that. Like, our defense might actually be even better than what we think they are, what they look like. But if that offense not scoring points, that's a morale killer. Every time you go out there and you trying to kill somebody, and then you go off the field for 3 plays and got to come right back on. Like, I think we got to factor that into the defense as well. So one, they haven't been tested like G said, and then two, they're gonna need some help on the offensive side.
Okay. I can definitely I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Well, man, I'm gonna get these overlays and stuff off the screen here, man. Well, let's take a look at some of these comments, man. See what they talking about in here.
Yeah, they going crazy over there. I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to keep up, but it's
It's a
some
lot.
it's some emotional people in there. That's why I
Yeah.
love our fans, man. They gonna give it to us.
I'm going back to the front, man. Our homie Tonka Ty said this is a game that decides Coach Kennedy's career at Arkansas as the O-line coach, which means next year we're gonna get a much better O-line coach. What good? So my
Hey
question
man,
to you, Tonka, is what good is the O-line coach when we ain't got no offensive linemen coming?
speak on it.
Hey, a good old line coach should get the best out of somebody now. Like, I mean, maybe the
But we
guys just
ran.
haven't been taught very well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
and
yeah,
we ran that down when we talked about them. You know what I'm saying? When we talked about these guys doing the meet the Hogs, we said these guys have big bodies. It ain't like they too small. They're not undersized. I mean, look at all these. I mean, these guys we have on the front line. Yeah, they're young, but they big. They D1 athletes. What you mean? So if you have the right body and the right, skill set to be a D1 athlete, after that, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Um, so hey, Tonka, you know the business, man. Come up and kick it with us, man. You know, even though for some reason I can't find the. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Chanky, you know I am. I'm on it.
So if you want to come up and kick it with us, hey, there go the link right there in the description. And
I
also,
don't know. We might have to get off.
if you want to come up and call us now, you can always do that. There go the number right there. Ain't no more searching for the number. So there it is right there. If you want to call, just make sure you text us before you call. All right. So
We don't answer the random numbers. It might be a bill collector.
oh man.
Let me share it.
Hey, you know, our guy.
Talking Todd in the building, man. He ain't scared of nothing.
Tonka Todd's in the building. What's going on, Tonka?
Hide the food. The fat boy's in the house.
How you doing tonight, man?
I'm telling you, if I was doing any better, I'd have to clone myself.
We don't need two of you. I promise.
I'm gonna bring this back up for you right here, Tonka. I want you to talk to us on this, man. Who to blame?
Okay. So here's the deal, okay? Everything on offense and defense from a coaching standpoint starts and ends on the line of scrimmage. Period. End of story. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in the first two games, we've seen the interior of our offensive line being pushed back after the snap 2 to 3 yards. KJ tries to give the ball to a running back. There is a guard 2 yards away from the running back, at least. That gives zero room to work.
Mm-hmm.
That creates what I call panic feet. See running backs not able to cut back because they scared to, because they don't trust the offensive line. That's why you see running backs trying to cut outside when the play calls for cutting off tackle or cutting, inside the tight end. That's why that happens. Everything begins and ends on that line of scrimmage, period. And when you've got linemen that have lazy hands, that have lazy technique, that get pushed back, that are getting beat down in and down out by inferior, let's face it, inferior talent defensive linemen that are slow to getting to spots when they pull, all that goes back to coaching. And that falls squarely on Kennedy. An offensive play caller can only call plays the offensive line allows him to call.
Yeah, I agree. So you saying
I agree.
You saying if it falls straight on the doorsteps of Cody Kennedy?
Absolutely, 100%. Because let's look at recruiting, okay? Let's look at the recruiting. D-line was thin the first 3 years under Sam Pittman. Why? Because his first defensive lineman couldn't recruit his way out of a wet paper bag. He was gone. The second guy came in. Finally, Deke Adams comes in. Deke Adams proves he can recruit. He gets to come back another year, and in just 1 year of coming back, the defensive line is transformed. We lose probably one of the greatest linebacking recruiters. I can't remember the guy's name, the guy that left with Barry Odom to go be the DC at UNLV. Mm-hmm. He was top shelf. He was the reason why Drew Sanders came to Arkansas, okay? Yeah, that's him, Michael Shirk. And he's gone. So Sam Pittman said we need to upgrade that. So our DC is the linebacker coach, right? Because that's what he played at Auburn when they won the Natty. Okay. His best friend and co-defensive coordinator, Coach Woodson, coaches you D-backs. He's already proven that he's a much better recruiter than what we had and a much better defensive backs coach than what we had.
Okay.
On the offensive side, our wide receiver coach has proved he can bring in the big boys, and he's improved in recruiting. Our tight ends coach is the best in the nation, came from Stanford, and Stanford was known for putting boys in the league. Okay, so he's here. He's already improved recruiting. Everybody across the board is improving recruiting except for one position, and that is Mr. Kennedy. And the next 3 classes, guys, we have a grand total of 3 offensive linemen on deck. Kennedy has been beat out for 4 and 5 stars, guys, that he should have been able to land, and he didn't. And it ain't like we're missing out on guys that are signing with Ohio State and with Georgia and with Alabama and Florida State and all those, brand name guys, right? Okay. That's not the case. We're losing these guys out to guys we shouldn't be losing them to. Why? Because Kennedy, I challenge y'all to go back and look up every press conference Kennedy has put on tape. Look at his body language. The man is defeated because he knows he's in over his head, and the man is terrified.
I agree. I saw that exact same thing.
Okay. Now, rumor has it that at halftime of the last game, Pittman had some heated words with Kennedy in the locker room and said, either you fix it or I fix it, and you're not going to like it when I fix it. That tells me that Mr. Kennedy has hung himself. Now, I don't know if the man has a sex tape on Pittman. I don't know if, I don't know why he's got himself the way he has, because he has become a detriment to the team. Period. End of story.
I agree.
And last year it was the strength and conditioning coach that was part of the cancer, right? Okay, that was part of it. Also part of that cancer was the offensive, and we gonna tell the truth here, defensive coordinator was also butting heads because I'm right, you're wrong, right? And it was all about me, right? That spills over into your players. Why? Because attitude begins at the top, and like crap, it rolls downhill. Okay? That's just how it works in the locker room. We've all been there. We all know. If the coach has a bad attitude, players are going to have a bad attitude. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so last year we had that mass exodus of coaches and players that just had the bad attitude and had to go. My question is, what did Sam here? Is it because Kennedy is Pittman's boy from Georgia? Because Kennedy was Pittman's GA while he was in Georgia. Okay, and when he brought him over, if y'all remember, he brought him over as a tight ends coach, not an O-line coach. And it wasn't until my man Chili left to go back to LSU that he got brought into the offensive line. So he's had 3 years as the O-line coach. And we've not seen any influx of new talent other than 4, maybe 4, when the program has to have at least 5 or 6 O-line recruits per recruiting cycle to keep depth and competitiveness, so you can roll 5 guys, your best 5 out. Because the reason why we seeing Crawford out on the field and things right now is because, and I'm going to say this with my chest, is because Kennedy don't know how to coach, and so nobody can take the leadership, step up, improve, they're one of the 5 because they don't have faith in their coach.
Okay.
So yeah, Kennedy is to blame 100%. I said what I said, and I will say it with my chest.
That's what I'm talking about.
Standing
So
on
my thing is this. So do you guys feel like Sam Pittman just has failed at picking a good coaching staff? Because we can't say it's the talent.
Definitely.
So you think it's, you know what I'm saying? So we got to start, you got to, peel it away like an onion. Is it the coaching staff that he has picked? And slowly but surely, you see how he's replacing these coaches as they've not performed because it was the buddy system. Hey man, my buddy got the head coaching job, so I'm gonna give you a shot. Like you said, Kennedy was a tight ends coach. He don't know nothing about tight end, and a O-line coach is 2 different birds, 2 totally different birds. So
right,
I think that might be the issue.
Well, to answer that, right? To answer that, first off, Coach Odoms is Sam Pittman's best friend, right? They've been close for a long time. And Odom was once a head coach before he got unceremoniously run out at Missouri, okay? So Pittman, being a first-time head coach, needed another head coach to kind of show him the ropes a little bit, okay? And plus, Odom was an SEC head coach, so he
But I mean, he
help
came
him
from
out
Georgia with Kirby Smart.
Right. But there, he was. When you're an assistant head coach, though, that's and talking to the headset to the offensive and defensive coordinators to set up your play schemes. That's all that means. That means for that week, if the head coach is out for that week, you're training to be on the sidelines to help call the plays. That's all that means. Because otherwise, his responsibility began and ended with that O-line.
I agree, but the only thing I disagree with is if you in Georgia and you know what success looks like, you know what motivation looks like. For Pittman to have this many misses, it's just a little concerning to me, especially this many years in. It's like, as much as I want to say all those people that left are cancers, I also want to say I feel like it's a lot of people that just weren't behind Pittman. Like, I think both can be true at the same time. Pittman should know what hard work look like. You know what I'm saying? Pittman should know what.
Oh, yeah.
This whole first time head coach thing is like, yeah, but you've been around a lot of success and you should know what practice is supposed to look like.
Right. And that is true. But it's, speaking from experience, it's easier to be an assistant coach thinking you can be a head coach than being a head coach.
Okay.
There's a whole lot more that you don't see, right? A head coach is a duck on the water, right? You don't see how fast and how much activity there is under the water that you don't see, right? Because there's a lot of stuff. Okay? And so there's only so many things that Kirby would be able to teach him, because this is the life of a head coach. You have speaking engagements, you have booster meetings, you have practice, you have recruiting trips, you have a home life, you have interviews, you have press conferences. Your time is stretched beyond belief. So the time to actually sit and have somebody under your wing, you ain't got that as a head coach. Assistant coaches have a little bit more wiggle room than a head coach does, just a little bit though. And as far as his hiring misses, I don't think Kendall Browse was a Hunter Yurachek guy. Okay, Kendall Browse was the OC. Kendall Browse is the how about Miami, baby? How about you, baby? Why don't you wear that butt whipping for a while, boy? Go back to your farmer coat. Anyway, listen to me.
Talk to him. Talking time.
Kenny,
Get him off for you,
Tell him,
baby.
Kendall
Get him off for you.
was
Oh man, this is like terrible today, man. It's froze.
hey, I ain't scared of no Aggie. There's enough Aggies or two, okay? And it's all doing it. The reason why Kendall Browse brought in having all that success, okay? So you have that. And everything else was kind of left up to the assistant coaches of who do you want to bring in, things like that, which is normally how that works, right? Well, after a little bit, the guys that were kind of pushed on him a little bit, those guys are going away. And now you're seeing guys brought in that Sam Pittman wants. We finally have a real defensive coordinator that's not scared to put four down linemen. And I'm telling you, against BYU, you're going to see this Arkansas defense is for real. And the reason why we going to beat those A&M Aggies. So I say the man's only been on the job 4 years. And when you're dealing with coaches, you're dealing with contracts and money, and there's a bunch of other things involved. So the fact that he's been able to upgrade and bring in the best tight end coach in the nation, because let's face it, that's what he is. He's able to bring in, I think, one of the best defensive line coaches in America and keep him, which is hard to do. When you get somebody worth their salt, it's hard to keep them. And Sam Pittman was able to bring him back for one more year, and I think he's going to keep coming back. Everybody wants to buck Sam Pittman for being a nice guy, but at the same time, it's his reputation as a guy, not a coach, but as a guy that's wanting these other coaches that are better than what we had to come coach with him. Now, is Dan Enos the answer, OD? We don't know. But I tell you this right now, he is better than a kick to the nuts, which is what Kendall Browse was. Okay? So that's at least a step up. Can we get even better? Yeah, but you got to crawl before you can run. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all need to pump the brakes on firing Pittman, okay? I think the man deserves one more year because a head coach, you don't really know what kind of recruits and things a head coach is going to be able to bring in unless you give him 5 years. At that point, 5 years, everybody on that team has that head coach's thumbprint on them. Okay? We still got Chad Morris dudes on the team. Okay, because of the 2020 year, right? And how that year don't count and how everybody gets to have a bonus year. So now you got 5 years of eligibility instead of 4. So let's pump the brakes on that. But I say get rid of Kennedy.
We didn't give what? We didn't give old boy from SMU 5 years. What was his name? I can't remember his name no more.
Chad Morris.
We didn't get Chad Morris 5 years.
Morris.
Chad Morris, he got 5 months.
That's because, listen, do you give your house on fire another 30 minutes before you put water on it, or do you just put water on it immediately? Because that boy, Chad Morris, is a walking dumpster fire. Let me tell you about Chad Morris, okay? After he leaves Arkansas, after he was fired on the field, right? And he leaves Arkansas. He goes back he bounces around a couple of plays. He goes to Clemson as an offensive specialist or some crap like that. Then he gets a job back in Texas coaching high school for a high school team that had not lost since Jesus walked the earth. Okay. His first game as a head coach of that Texas high school football team against a lesser opponent, what did they do? They got their doors blown off. So he didn't last there very long either. And he wasn't really that great at SMU either. I mean, come on, let's call a kettle, and the man. Don't get me started on he who shall not be named, because if I see him, I'm going to prison because I'm going to put my hands on him. You know what I'm saying? Because that man.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Tonka. Don't do it.
I will beat him with my cane.
Hey, Tonka on one tonight, ain't he, y'all? He's spitting that hot fire.
I got to respond to this guy, Verge, man. How you doing tonight, man? I don't think I've ever been in. I ain't never seen you in here. But he says, what experience does Tonka speak from reading the sports section while taking a dump? So
tell him about
this.
Tell him about them accolades.
Let me say this, man. We all read the sports paper while taking a dump.
Taking a dump. I know, right?
This is the barbershop. We ain't trying to be analysts on ESPN. We might be trying to look like we on ESPN, but we ain't analysts. We fans of the Razorbacks, and we come in here to talk from a fan's perspective. You probably never played high school, nothing. You probably couldn't. I'm just saying. We don't know you from Adam. None of us do. But one thing we all have in common, we love the Razorbacks. And we going to talk that talk, and everybody's welcome to talk they talk. Hey, and if you want to come up, help yourself, baby. The link is in the description. Matter of fact, let me put it in there one more time.
Yeah, put it in there one more again. Tell them to come up here. And, hey, if you want to talk, tell us what you talk about, what you read while you sitting there taking your dump.
Yeah. So Verge man, say it with your chest. Come on up and talk to us.
Yeah.
And I will gladly tell Verge man, I was a defensive coordinator for a semi-pro football team, had the 11th ranked defense in the league with over 40 teams in it. My question to you, sir, is what have you done?
Oh, Oliver, you got to give him one. Hey,
I got to find it. I was over here responding to somebody.
You tripping. Hey. Hey. Tonka Ty shot him down.
Absolutely.
I just got one question for everybody on here before anything else happens. I got one question. What is Sam Pittman's superpower, or what is his coaching strength? Like, from what you've seen, not from what you heard in the past, from what you've seen from this Razorback team, what is his thing? That's my only question.
I think his superpower is offensively being able to make corrections with the offense. Defensively, he hasn't shown me that he can do that as a head coach. Offensively, he's shown me that he at least knows enough from his days as an O-line coach to know how to make corrections.
Well,
I don't believe that one, Tonka. I can't ride with you on that.
Man, we got
talking
somebody,
about superpower.
We got somebody calling in, man. We got Aaron Hogg on the line, man. Hey, Aaron, how you doing tonight, man?
What up, baby?
Y'all hear me pretty good.
Man, that's what's up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine, man. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Okay.
We want to get your perspective.
All right.
We want to get your perspective. I want to ask you a different question. We've been talking about Kennedy and Enos being the issue on offense, but I want to ask you this question, man. What you think about the defense, man? Tell us what you think about this defense.
Okay. Right now we looking like the hires. All right. Let me back this up. We can make this correct, because I know this is finna be a big time show, so we got to do it right. All right. Because I swear I heard we going ESPN level.
Hey.
So we got to go and do this right. Am I right? I'm wrong.
No, you 100%, man. Hey, they see us. Everybody cleared up, so I don't know what happened. We good.
Okay, you called me Aaron Hall, but my name right here, because like I say, I used to do the Sirius radio with Mark Packer and all them back in the Petrino era.
Okay.
They called me Scout King Refugee.
All right.
Them people back from 13 years ago, 14 years ago, they know about me. I was calling the Hogs all the way down to the T.
That's what's up.
To the record, the stats, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I am. I'm Scout King Refugee, and I stand on that I'm the number one scout in the state of Arkansas for talent. I'm the number one unknown.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the best unknown. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
But people gonna find out about me.
Okay.
People gonna find out about me sooner or later. Trust me. Just remember the name.
Okay, so now that you
business.
said, let's get to the business.
All right, this the business. We looking right now that we spent good money for our hires right now. We looking like it. to the average fan, you can't beat 7 sacks, such and such many hurries. You know what I'm saying? And what we got about 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
You the scout. You
we got
tell
about
me.
2 return for. No, I'm just saying. I'm just rattling off that this gets coming off the head. I know we got about 7 sacks. We probably got about 6 or 7 interceptions. It look like we spend money. But this week right here, bro, I'm finna tell you right off the top, BYU is finna go over the top. We finna give up a long run. Mark my words. This is finna happen Saturday night. We go get gas for a touchdown, and one is going over the top. That's 14 points. We finna spot them.
Okay.
I
So
actually
that's
disagree.
guaranteed. Now, listen, that's guaranteed. That's finna happen.
So you
I don't
get
believe that.
you
We got
get
too much.
Listen, if it don't happen, it's just a delay to next week with LSU. It's just a delay.
I mean, at some point, every team is going to give up something. Come on now, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
everybody gonna
just
give
let
up
me-
points eventually.
At some point, even the best team in football has a blown play. So for you to say, "Oh, if it don't happen this weekend, it's gonna happen next weekend," well, it's gonna happen eventually. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
a broke clock is right twice a day.
twice a day. You know what I mean?
But though, I will say,
but fellas,
we listening.
hello.
We listening. We waiting on you.
We listen.
Yeah, but who we talking about here? We talking about Arkansas Razorbacks, right?
Right.
I told we gonna keep it all the way real, bro. Like I say, we talking about the Hogs, bro. We know what we give up consistently. We can't compare ourselves to Alabama, nobody, but Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? We finna give this up. Now,
Okay, so let me redirect, man. Let me
be able to
redirect.
cover this.
Let me redirect my question. My question is, what do you think about the defense and what they're doing?
They ain't did nothing yet.
But what they
eyes.
So they've shown you
They ain't gave up a touchdown yet.
They played 2 games. You see everything that we see. So what do you think about the defensive line, the linebackers, in the DBs?
Right now, I'm giving the whole defense a C-. I'm giving them reason they getting a C. They getting a C because they showing up to the game.
Hey,
I think y'all getting the defense and the
I
offense confused.
look at this, bro. Y'all, like I say, I'm gonna be on the show much as y'all will have me, and
Man,
y'all
all the
gonna
time.
see exactly from this first conversation I'm having with you right now. You gonna see how all this gonna come into full circle before this season out. I'm telling you, my first grade is a C- right out the gate. I know it looked good, bro. Like I say, if we were talking about, right now, Hunter Uatech is happy and Sam is happy the money well spent. You know what I'm saying? Right now. I take that back. Sam, he's smart enough to know, like, okay, all right. But Hunter, he probably like, yeah, we made good money spent. You know what I'm saying? But this finna be the first test, bro. BYU. I shouldn't be talking about BYU like this. But, bro, we know they finna come in as a team.
Oh, my God.
See what I'm
let me
saying?
ask you.
They coming in as a team.
I got one question to ask you.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You listening? What's your drink of choice? I need to be drinking that. Tell me what your drink of choice is.
Man, I drink this hog juice. Man, it ain't even out of stove yet. I drink this hog juice.
He ain't drinking no Hogg juice. You giving him a C-.
Hey, I've been nah, bro. Listen, I don't even drink beer in real life. I don't drink.
You need
You know what I'm
to
saying?
because you
Real talk.
talking crazy.
I might. Okay.
You
Okay.
talking crazy.
I say, bro.
Hey man,
Like I said,
this the barbershop.
Hey,
You know how
I
it goes.
love it. Listen,
It's the
I
barbershop.
know how it
If you
goes.
come in the
But guess
barber,
what?
if you come in the
Guess what?
barbershop talking crazy, man, we're gonna tell you get your hair cut and get on down.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, hey man, guess what? And guess who the last one standing all the time? Me.
That's what
I
I'm
end
talking
up right at the end. Every year. I end up the right one at the end of every year because I know my shit. Excuse me. I know my stuff, man. I know my stuff. I know these hogs. All
Okay.
of us. What I tell you, I got two teams. I got two teams.
Hey man. Well, look
I
here,
got
man.
two teams. Since 1988 to present is the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Buffalo Bills. I don't change for nothing.
The Buffalo
for nobody.
Bills
I don't care what the
trash.
record is. I'm down.
Buffalo
I'm
Bills
down for
trash.
the crown, bro.
They got beat by no quarterback
I know.
Jets. Don't tell nobody else that.
No, I know. But
Aaron, man,
what did I tell you?
We appreciate you coming on the show, boss, man. We really do, man. Hey, tap in with us anytime, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, definitely have fun with you.
Oh, my
God. Now,
I love it.
Now he did say something that I would have to agree with.
What that is?
And that is, I do think Arkansas's secondary has not been really and truly tested yet. And BYU has got that boy from he's from Pitt, I believe the transfer is, if memory holds. And he can throw it. Yeah, and he can throw it because people have been shutting down BYU's run game. BYU is literally a mirror image of Arkansas. They're not really been able to run it that well because people have been loading the box, but their quarterback has been hitting it on them because they got some fast dudes. Now, I do think it is incredibly possible for Arkansas to give up one, maybe two long ones, probably off play action, because like I said, they ain't been tested. So what he said there, I think could seriously, that is something to kind of watch for. But as far as breaking a long running,
come on, Tonka.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be in the air if anything. I don't see no runs.
Yeah.
I can see
they ain't running, man. Bro, I mean, we talked about Tonka when we talked about the meet the hogs. Not only did we talk about our DB speed, but we also talked about their individual play and being able to be put on the island. I am not going to say that these cats are going to get beat. You know, they might give up some long catches because everyone is going to, everybody's going to get burnt at some point in time. But to have like a long play, come on, man. I can't ride with that one.
Hey, the comments are on fire.
Hey,
bro, I am dying right now.
I'm trying to keep a straight face, I swear.
I gave up on the straight face a long time ago on that one.
Yeah, man.
Bro, it's hotter than a mug in here right now.
They was on you, boy.
Oh my God!
Actually, the reason why I say is not only has Arkansas not really been tested, it's our safeties that have not really been under fire yet. They've not really seen complex pass routes yet. They've not been thrown in the hot water yet. So, would it surprise me BYU popped us for a couple of long ones? No, not at all.
Happen.
But running the ball, that's where I would have to disagree with him, because game one we saw scheme where the defensive ends were playing the flat, that scheme to take away bubbles and screens and things. Okay. Second week, it was all about contain, right? Trying to keep the quarterback in the pocket. This week, we figuring to see that next step, because our defensive coordinator is the real deal. I will stand behind him. I think he's like the best hire Sam Pittman's ever made since being here.
Just call it. What are the comments? Y'all killing me.
Bruh man.
Hey,
That's
hey,
bruh
man.
man.
I can't even concentrate on the podcast right now. Hey man, shout out to the Woo Pig family. This is truly the barbershop.
The barbershop. Hey, this is the barbershop. That's how I go down to the barbershop. Sometimes it might be your day. You know what I'm saying? It might be your day.
Hey, Aaron Hogg, boy, they is giving you the business in these comments.
Jerome in the house.
Bruh man. Bruh man.
They gonna know me up in here. They gonna know me.
Whatever she spin, she win. I'm trying to get in them skins.
Hey, what? Hey, Los. That what you mentioned that slurricane. Look at this.
Hey, man.
It's real out here, man. That Easy, baby. That Easy.
Oh my God. Hey, we got to get back to the business, man. We got to get back to the business, man.
Man, it's the barbershop, man. Hey, man, you let it flow like it flow. You can't come in the barbershop, man. This is where it's, this is what this is what they signed up for. It's the barbershop, man. We're gonna talk about it, and somebody gonna get roasted sometime, and then we'll get back to it.
Oh my God, the comments though, man, for real. Oh my God, my eyes burning right now, for real. Oh my God, bro, this is so funny, man. Okay, now back to the business, Tonka. I'm sorry, man. That was hilarious.
Right.
Hey, that was hilarious, man. That was the funniest thing. I didn't laugh that hard in a minute.
Hey, if you don't clip out that phone call and play that as a YouTube short, man, something wrong with you. Okay, something wrong with you, and I will pray for you.
Hey, that's going to go up tomorrow,
33
man.
minutes.
Yeah.
He was talking in slow motion.
Hey, man, that was funny. I don't care what nobody say. That's good stuff, man. We appreciate you calling in, man. That's all. It's all love, man. Don't ever get your feelings hurt on the Woo Pig podcast, because, man, one day it's gonna be my day. Today was just yours.
Right. Hey, Jeremy Gray says we better be BYU and split LSU and A&M. If we do not get a split with LSU and A&M, the season will spiral out of control. 2 losses will turn into 4 quickly due to the schedule. I've been saying that. We cannot lose to BYU. We cannot.
No, we can't lose to BYU. No, we can't.
No. If we lose to BYU, that's going to be a dagger in the heart, because if you go back and listen to the press conferences Coach Pittman's been saying the last 2, he's really been saying he's been hinting around talking about teaching our team to believe, teaching our team to buy into this new concept, and that kind of speaks to me that maybe these players ain't 100% sold yet on Dan Enos and his offense. And that's just, but I think that goes back to the O-line not doing a job.
Yeah. Hey, man, these comments is off the chain. What's it much like this?
They own one today. They roasting tonight, bro.
Hey, I love the Woo Pig podcast, man. Nobody doing what we doing.
Stop what you're doing. Like and subscribe, man. If you're not
like and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe. Tell somebody to come see us. Y'all gotta like this.
And definitely share this show, Twitter, on the Facebook, on the everything, because that phone call, he deserves some serious love.
Light skin Los.
Light skin Los.
What's up, fam?
What's happening?
Light skin Los in the building.
Oh my God, bro.
Boy,
that
bro.
Hey, I need to have whatever bro man was drinking. I need a little sip of it. I just want to try a little bit.
He said he don't drink in real life. That's what he say.
Oh my God, man.
Hey man, that was good stuff, man.
The comment, this right here though, nice like this, I wish.
That's all right there, hilarious.
Oh my God.
That was wild.
The paper player came out the day. Oh my God, man. They gonna take us off the internet. We never gonna get press credentials when they see us.
We
The
threw
Whoopin'
after tonight.
Podcast they not ever gonna let us in the press booth. Because we would have Sam Pittman dying laughing. They might not ever have me on the Zoom call, man. It's gonna be crazy, man.
We're gonna ask real questions. We getting our press credentials because this is what we want to do. We want to ask real questions. I mean, all of us in here have watched that press conference and been like, why y'all ask that dumb question? Won't you ask a real question? That's what we trying to bring. Those kind of questions, the real questions from real fans that real fans want to know. So we got it coming, man. We got some stuff cooking in the background. Y'all better get on the ship because it's gonna be taking off. I'm telling you.
Absolutely, man. Hey, light skin Los, tell us what you think, man, about this BY losing to BYU, man. If we lose to BYU, what you think?
Oh man, it's trouble, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's no other way to see it. We lose to BYU. 7-5 is where we headed, if that. I mean, I hate to say it, but man, it's just we have to. It's a must-win game for us. We got to set the tone now. Yeah. We really do. I mean, offensively, I think defense. I think they're slowly gelling together. I'm hoping that he's holding out on some of the schemes that he's going to show, but I think we're going to be all right for defense. But offense, man, I'm a little worried, man.
Okay, Los. Okay, so I was going to ask you this question, but you actually kind of alluded to it. Okay, you say you hope that he's holding back some schemes. Okay, answer me this. Why would you hold back on schemes and not use these games like a practice? Because if I ask you to go out there and do something and it's not something that you're used to doing, and then all of a sudden we're going to call game 4 against LSU that game. So you mean to tell me that all of a sudden you're just going to go into the LSU game and okay, now I'm going to open up all of the bag of tricks, and we haven't really played that. We haven't really practiced that under real game time situations.
Well, I mean, I think there's certain packages that you're going to run, and there's certain packages that you shouldn't need for lesser teams. But I mean, I'm not saying everything. I'm just saying that I just hope that that's the case. That it may be a couple packages that we haven't seen. That you always want to hold just a little bit back. You want to get your guys to see a lot of things, but then there's a couple of things you want to hold close to your chest.
But I mean, I can understand that philosophy, but we've been talking about O-line play. We've been talking about D-line play. D-line not getting penetration. O-line not really run blocking decently. So if they can't do these quote unquote simple schemes, when we like you say, whenever they're going to put in these more complex schemes against upper competition, like we're going to call LSU the start of that gauntlet, don't you feel like I feel like we could be in trouble?
Oh, I know we're in trouble. I mean, I wouldn't say we're not in trouble. I'm just saying that, especially with the O-line, man, I don't, what Pittman said in the press conference, boy, that scared me. I mean, he said that it wasn't the O-line's fault. And I was like, man, what
why did you say that?
Yeah, what were you watching that everybody else wasn't seeing? Because I mean, I understand when a running back, may misread some things, but man, not the whole game. I mean.
And did y'all hear what else he said? He also said he had his team more prepared to play than I did, and I'm like,
you should never say that against a Division II
never
school.
Say that.
Never.
You were out-coached.
You was out-coached by a Division II coach. Are you kidding me? Not that I mean, let me preface that by saying I don't think just because you coach in a Division II school that doesn't mean that you're not a good coach. But I'm just saying, you said that you got out coached by a Division II coach. Kill yourself.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
We got Donald with G in the building. What's up, man? We ain't talked to you in a couple weeks.
What's happening, fellas?
Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
man?
it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
been a
sir.
minute.
How y'all doing today?
Man, we
Man,
good,
we
man.
just
You
doing
know,
what we do, baby.
Yes, sir. You know, it's that little fella. You know, you heard across town from. You know, you thought he looked like you, but you didn't really know who he was, and you found out he could be, you know, might be related to you or something. You know. So I'm jumping on the line with y'all, man. Man, these Hogs right now, I'll tell you what, we can recover. You know, I think we having deep problems, some issues. I wouldn't call them problems. And when it comes to that run line, you know, I think it's a failure on three levels, on all three levels, on the line, on the running backs, you know, on the coordination between them all. You know, just that little screen pass they tried to run with the Binion out there. You know, KJ he was in the shotgun and took 5 steps back, then 2 wobbly steps, and then finally the ball, you know, out there. When it's too late, everybody done read the play, you know. So I think it's a coordination of a lot of things, you know, that's got to come together. I think we got this one game against BYU to tighten it up. Hopefully, you know, this little smash down that these boys at Kent State, can't imagine saying that. These boys at Kent State, you know, dogging us. They look like an SEC team. You know, we didn't look like the SEC team. They looked like the SEC team. They was the one, you know, taking the ball and running it 3, 4, 5 yards against us, you know, and we were the one getting stuffed at line, you know, for whatever reason it was, you know, a lack of heart, a lack of whatever it is, you know, but, you know, we're going to have to work on that, Jim.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So with what so if we lose to BYU, Donald, do you think the season is a loss?
If we lose to BYU, we can look for probably something like a 7-5 season, like you predicted, OD.
Man, don't be riding with that fool.
I said what I said, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Hey, don't be riding with that fool, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna drive you off a cliff. 11-1.
Hey, man,
11-1.
everybody knows that ain't true.
Hey,
Everybody
man,
knows that they not gonna be.
You know that.
Hey, bro. Hey, we 11-1 till we lose.
I'm riding you till that. I'm riding with you till that second wheel fall off.
Exactly. Hey, I'm 11-1 until we lose 2.
Shank.
We got Chanky.
That's right. That's right. So you know, man, what I think about this deal with Sam Pittman. You know, Sam Pittman trying to be a manager right now. You know, he's trying to be like Kirby. He's trying to be a manager. You know, he's trying to be a team manager. He's not trying to coach the offensive line right now. You know, his job right now is to find a coach. You know, to find somebody. That's what creators. That's what entrepreneurs do. You know, they don't do all the work. They find people to do the work for them.
Wait a minute.
Not good
Unfortunately,
coaches.
Hold on.
Good
Wait,
coaches
wait.
don't do that.
Yeah, good coaches don't do that. And the literal definition of an entrepreneur is doing the work yourself. So I ain't gonna be able to ride with you on that. But I'm listening. But
okay. Okay, maybe that's the wrong word for it. Not entrepreneur, businessman. So you know what I'm saying is you don't have to be the smartest to run a business. You don't have to be the smartest person on the team. You just got to know how to hire and who is and who to hire, who's smart to
That's
do
fact.
this.
I think that's your check job
so
you
they
talking
take
about.
care.
That ain't.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
your
that-
check supposed to do the hiring. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
Hey man,
Hey,
as
well,
always,
No.
as always, man, it's
No, I
always
mean-
a pleasure to talk to you. I'm glad you still. I mean, you
Yeah,
still. You
man.
still. I mean, how everything going down there in Stank City?
Well, no, I'm up in Cincinnati, man.
oh, okay.
You in
I'm from
Cincinnati?
Stank City.
He from Stank City, but he in Cincinnati.
Proud
boy.
of
Oh,
it.
you up? You up there? I forgot. My bad. You know. Hey, well, come back to Stank City then. You know what I'm saying?
No, I ain't never told you that, but yeah, man. But you know,
Okay.
hey,
So hey,
you know,
so Donald, let
you
me
got haters. You got haters all over Southeast Arkansas.
That's facts.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
So Donald, before we let you go, Donald, man, let me ask you a question. I got one question to ask you. That's it. All right.
All right.
We want you. What you think the score gonna be on Saturday?
I think the score is going to be probably something like 25. I think we might go 20, 27, and they might get something like 19, 20.
Oh, it's gonna be a
So
close.
I'm gonna go with 27-20.
In favor
Yeah,
of?
I think they're gonna cover that spread. With the spread, you know, that spread is 11, 10 average. You know, I don't know who that. I think your Wi-Fi that had everybody blurry earlier, you know, put that point spread up for ESPN.
Hey, but
Man,
it's all
that's what's
good.
up, man.
We ride. We rolling today. Hey, Donald. Hey, man, like I said, man, you welcome anytime.
Hey, man, that's
we
love,
appreciate
baby.
you. Yeah, we appreciate you for coming in and tapping in with us,
All
man.
right, much love, baby. Y'all take care, man.
All right,
Yes,
you
sir.
too.
Go
Best of
Hogs,
luck.
baby. Go Hogs.
Hey, man, shout out
Well-
to Donald with G, man. Hey, go hold up before you go, Tonka. We want to
Got the
welcome.
whole
We're gonna
cast and
welcome.
Martin out here, man.
We we gonna welcome the homie Chank to the building, man. What's
What up,
going
What
Chank?
up?
on?
What up? What up, fellas?
The
right.
true little brother.
So Tonka, you had something you wanted to say, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, there two things real quick. Number one, obviously, everyone in chat and everyone here, welcome to Ladies' Night at the Woo Pig Podcast. Drinks are half price. I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry.
That dude, wow.
And number two, you know, in the past, when Chaney was Arkansas's offensive coordinator, he was calling plays that didn't fit what the offensive line could do. He was calling plays that was meant for smaller offensive linemen to be able to pull and pin and do certain things. And Sam Pittman was rolling hosses out there, right? Well, I've been thinking, and I've been kind of watching some film here and there when I can, and I wonder if Kennedy was okay with coaching offensive linemen when it was hurry up, when the blocking schemes were easier on hurry up. But now that he's actually got to coach an actual scheme, is he not buying into it? And is that what Coach Pittman's been talking about getting players to buy in? And maybe that's why we seeing the poor offensive line play, because Coach Kennedy just don't know what he's doing when it comes to actually coaching scheme.
Good point.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a good question. That's a good point. But I remember what Pittman said last week about not really having a solid 8 guys on the offensive line that could actually do the job. So could it be that injuries have hurt the offensive line and he ain't really got his starting 5 in the game?
That could be true.
Well,
Right.
we had one replacement player, like one backup player that had the torn pec that had to have surgery, so he's out this year. And then we had the other starting guard out, and that's really it for injuries for the offensive line. And we got somebody better than Crawford. Surely. I think my old broke butt could get out there with my cane and do better than Crawford.
Yeah, he is getting abused out there, man. But hey, Chank, I'm gonna let you take this question, man. Can we run for 150 this week on their defense?
No.
You gonna say we can't run for a bill 50 on BYU?
No. It's not gonna happen.
Why do you say we're not gonna run for a bill 50?
Man, bro, they just disappointing right now. They run game is just terrible, to say the least. I mean, y'all know how I only watch football so much, but I'm a Hogg fan to the core. And watching the Hogs right now just disappointing, man.
Yeah,
We two games in, Chanky.
Bro. Gee, Mr. 11-1.
You know, Lelman won.
I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening, bro. Y'all, I mean, we should be able to. It should be easy to.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
mean,
OD,
our
put that.
O-line really got to step up to the task and
That's
help
fact.
us out.
yeah.
And
Oh.
once I see that coming along, then I can give them their flowers and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it every time. But
Hey,
right
OD,
now,
put that number back
I
up.
don't see it.
Put that number back up. People trying to find the number, bro.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, now
So-
if you call in, you got it.
Huh?
Is it Tipsy Tuesday tonight?
Man, this
Hey,
gotta
man.
be something, man.
Hey, when G stopped by early, you know it was gonna be.
I know, right? I slid through and dropped it
Grab
on it.
mine before you drink it up.
Hey, the paper player said Pittman said the running back's not hitting the hole. Pause.
Hey, that's real though. That's a whole part of it that we ain't even talking about because
Hey,
the O line is playing pool, but them running backs right behind them.
I've been
right behind
saying everybody in this a couple of people in this room know how I've been critical of Rocket over the years. Hey, he be out there tippy toeing at the line, and everybody said, "Oh, he said he liked doing that." I hate it. I've always hated the fact that he tippy toes around the line. Yeah, last year he got away with it, but this year it don't look like he getting away with it. You ain't got because you got a poor offensive line that they give you a slither of hope. You gotta go. You can't sit there and be tippy toeing trying to figure out where you're going. You're not gonna go anywhere because you're gonna get tackled. So
Run strong.
I agree with that, man. I've
you know how
always hated that.
But you know how he has that running style where he runs like upright. We talked about that. He don't get those shoulder pads, get those shoulder pads down. And that's that's how he got that's how Rocky got hurt, is them dudes was cut blocking him. I mean, they wasn't trying to tackle him up high. They was hitting them knees. Because a man can't run without them. And that's how they were. I mean, they were coached well on tackling, and he wasn't getting his pads down low enough to be able to, run through some of those guys. And unfortunately, he took a hit on the knee and got injured.
I ain't seen a running back break a tackle this season. That's all I'm saying.
Not one.
Only KJ. That's it.
he they leading rusher.
Sad stuff, man.
It is, man.
Hey, talking time, man. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate you coming to holler at us, man.
Hey, absolutely.
You always talking time. You the man, baby.
Hey, Dave Hardy said Kennedy said we gonna see KJ under center, and we haven't seen it yet. I agree.
We ain't seen it yet.
What was we fourth and 3, and we in shotgun?
They lined up like last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shotgun.
So, man,
Well,
it's
does that mean, though, the reason why he's not under center, does that mean they don't trust the interior offensive line to get the push with the quarterback under center?
So,
and it might be the new center. Maybe the new center just don't know how to snap because he done had a couple bad snaps already.
He been snapping them high.
Yeah, I noticed
a bunch of high snaps. I seen that.
I recall somebody in this podcast on the screen right now said that we gonna see Brady Latham in the first or second round of the NFL draft. I ain't saying no names, but Deezy said it, and I don't see it.
I mean, they hyped the boy up like a new pair of J's in the offseason. So I was just...
You was drinking the Kool-Aid.
I had to take a sip.
Oh. So who? Let me ask y'all this, man. Who's the best offensive lineman we got right now?
Kudus. That's what I say.
So they got Kudus.
And he's a 19-year-old.
Mm-hmm. So they got Kudus over on the right tackle spot, and they got the transfer from
on the left
Florida.
Side.
I'm sorry. No, he's on the right side. He's the right tackle.
They got Devin Manuel playing left tackle, and he is. Oof.
Yeah. Kudus is the right tackle. They got the guy from Florida playing the right guard position. Yeah. Now he didn't play.
Brian don't look terrible.
He didn't play hardly at any last year. If those guys can block, why not run to that side of the field? Because Kudus he can run block. So I don't understand why we not running on that side of the field. Why are you trying to run this off tackle stretch play? It's horrible. And you really ain't got a tight end that can help you block except I keep bringing up Francis, somebody, number 44 from Louisville.
Sherman,
yeah. But if you see him in the game, you know you're running because he can't catch.
Yep.
What you think about that?
Oh, first thing, you know what I think? I think we need to tell everybody that's coming in and out of here to hit that like and subscribe button, man. We only got 31 likes on this video, and I know this junk been hilarious. So like the video for us, please. We trying to get to 1,000 subscriptions before too much longer, man. We need y'all help. So hit the like button. Y'all been in here on the comments. Y'all typing more comments, than it take to hit the like button. So hit the like button for us, man.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
There you go.
And ring the bell like a champ.
Yeah, that's what I think, man.
You didn't even answer the question, man. You went off. What did you
hey, man.
Trying to get to 1,000, man.
I'm trying to get to 1,000, man. We less than at 75 away, I think.
Wait, I do got something I want to add. Let me take this down right here. This is what I want. Everybody in here, I want y'all to join the Discord, man, because that's where we tap in at. The Discord, I'm building something amazing. You guys gonna like it when I'm finished with it. Even as it exists right now, it's a wealth of knowledge in there. Anything you got a question about the Hogs, it's already probably in the Discord right now. But we continually building it out. But y'all need to go check us out. The link is in the description, not in the comments. It's already in the description. So make sure you check that out, man. Make sure you check that out. Oh man, I think we got somebody who want to tap in on us. But I'm gonna go to Los. Los, what you think? Do you remember my question, man?
No,
which question?
The one I just asked. Tonko, how about you, man?
He was
Question,
asking
man.
about why aren't they successful in running to the right side, and the answer to that question is Braun. It's the right guard. That's the answer to that question. Whenever your center and two guards are 2 and 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, when they getting pushed back that far after the ball snap, running back ain't got no room. That causes panic feet that makes them lose all attention to inside and cut back lanes, and it makes them want to revert back to high school instincts and bounce outside. But
Yeah.
And on this level, you can't just bounce it outside because your name ain't Reggie Bush. I hate it for you.
Hey,
I don't understand. I just don't get it because Pittman supposed to be the O-line whisperer. He should have seen this coming in practice. He should have known, like, nah, this is not right. But two, it's just how do you fix this as competition get better? That's my biggest fear. I don't see us randomly getting it together. Because if you listen to Pittman press conference, he kept saying our fit's not right and our footwork's not right. And it's like, so what have we been doing? And how are they going to fix that in a week's time against better competition?
501-859.
So when a head coach says the fits aren't right on offense or defensive line, that's coach speak for we got dudes in the wrong position. And that starts at center. And that's just what that is. And because there is a young freshman on the team. I think his last name is Wiggins, I believe. And I could be wrong in the name, but he's a young cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you've got two elder statesman guards that are there that can help out a young freshman center, and he's an actual center, because who they got in there now at center was a guard last year. So let's go ahead and move the center back to guard to his natural position. Let's kick Braum to the bench. Let's bring the center in. And then I think that fixes the offensive line. I sincerely believe that fits. That way, everybody fits where they should be. It would be
Wiggins.
like, yeah, that's him. And it would be like if they tried to put Bishop, a defensive back, at defensive end. Well, the fit would be wrong at defensive end, right? Because he would be out of position. When head coach says the fit's not right, that's what he means. And once again, though, I think it goes back to the offensive line coach. That's who, when your offensive line's not doing good and you've got guys out of position on the offensive line, you got to look at the O-line coach, because what has he been telling Kennedy? I mean, what has Kennedy been telling Pittman? It's all right. I'm working on this. I'll get this straightened out. I'm working on something. I got an idea, right? And I think he's stalling because he knows this is his last year.
So does this Kennedy guy, does he lack the experience? Has he been doing
He was
this
a tight end coach, bro. He was a tight end coach.
Well, actually at Georgia, he was Sam Pittman's GA on the offensive line. So Pittman kind of had taken him under his wing, supposedly at Georgia, and had kind of showed him the ropes a little bit. This is how you recruit. This, showed him a little bit. He was basically Pittman's secretary, right? Go get me coffee. Go get me donut. Go get me right. And so when he came to Arkansas, and Sam Pittman said, "I'll let you coach the tight ends." And then when our O-line coach left and went down to LSU, Pittman said, "Well, I'll just roll you into O-line because at least I kind of know about you." And that, I believe, was a mistake by Sam Pittman.
Okay. Hey, I think we got somebody. We got somebody on the hotline, man.
Press 1.
Hold
Send a
up.
voicemail. 2.
You called the penitentiary?
I'm sure, like, man, he ain't there huddled up with the cellmate.
Hey, when you call in, tell us your name and what bar you're calling from, baby. We're here for you.
Hey, Patrick, you there? Guess he ain't on. He'll call back.
Call him back. I'm gonna say that, man. That's like that. If you want to accept the collect phone call, press 1. I ain't taking no collect phone calls. No. Yeah, I ain't putting
If
nothing on your
if
books.
if you
Man.
want Felicia Fat Girl, press 1. If you want Betty Boop, press 2.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm trying to call him. He trying to call in. We shall. I don't think.
Get him on the line.
Let's see what we got.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, we got Patrick from Sugartown on the line, man.
Oh, Sugar Town.
Patrick, man,
Hey,
tell us what you think about these Hogs, man. What you think about them this year?
it's up in the air, man. You know, I was calling in because I know you were talking about the BYU game,
Right.
and my thought is not that this game is sort of a make-up. It's just the first test for this team. You know, the first two games they should have won. They were gimmies.
Mm-hmm.
But this game against a Power 5 opponent, you know, in the past they've had a good offense. I'm hearing this year maybe their defense is better. I'm pretty good last year. So this was a good litmus test going into conference play to know where we are. And, you know, the problems with the offensive line, you know, my thing is it goes back to last year when they played teams like Liberty and Bobby Petrol's team. They were getting whooped in the trenches last year, you know, with a whole different coordinator and a whole different system. And I'm a little concerned at this point because for Western Carolina and Kent State to basically whoop us in the trenches on a Sam Pittman coach team that's supposed to be all offensive line with a whole new coordinator, you know, that is a red flag. But this BYU game will really tell us, are they fixing anything? Because I saw some six last year where, you know, like I said, we got in the trip against teams, you know, for Power 5 schools. Then we turn around and run over Ole Miss and, you know, teams in the SEC. I couldn't quite explain. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're not getting up these games or what. But the main thing is these problems are persisting from year to year, or at least over the 2 years. You know, I think when Sam first came in, you know, he kind of came in saying he was going to restore, you know, the physicality and those things to Arkansas. And that's when he kind of came up with Arkansas. And everybody felt like, hey, we got our guy. But, you know, here we are 2 years later, and it seems he may be regressing. Now, he's promised he's going to fix it. Let's see. But this game right here against BYU will tell us a lot.
Hey, I agree with you 100%. Everything you said, man. You hit the nail on the head, man. We can tell you ain't on that drink tonight, man.
I'm from Stuttgart. You know how we do it now.
Hey, absolutely.
Oh, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey. But I just want to say to you guys, you know, hey, I came across you guys' podcast. I really love what you guys are doing. You know, I'm a former sports editor at Stuttgart, Memphis, and Pine Bluff. I'm representing Southeast Arkansas, you know, as far as the Hogg fans. And, you know, I like the flavor that you guys are bringing to the internet space around these conversations. And so I just really want to, you know, show love and support for what you guys are doing. And I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. We appreciate that, man. Hey, bro, so Patrick, before you go, man, now are you from Stuttgart?
Yeah, born and raised.
All right, what year you graduate?
84. I graduated with Otis Lloyd, Reggie Hogg, and Terry Owens.
Okay.
We all played together through high school.
Okay. So I'm actually from Stuttgart, and I graduated in '93 though. But I was
93.
Oliver McGee. You know, we got Dutch Smith, Javon Smith, Man, you probably graduated
I know
around like Titus probably graduated 87.
Yeah,
right,
Titus.
right.
That's
I
Titus
I heard
Stewart.
that name, man, but I heard that name, but I went off to college in the military,
Right.
and so I probably know your face, but I'm familiar with the name. So did you play ball there, man?
I didn't play ball, man. The only thing I played was basketball, busting up them boys in the gym. That's what we we did do.
No doubt. All right.
But hey, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. We appreciate the compliments, man. You welcome back anytime. Hey, just let us know. Hey, we'll get you on. All right.
Hey, make sure to like and
All right,
subscribe,
guys.
man.
Oh,
Make
absolutely.
sure you like
Already
and subscribe.
done, bro.
That's what.
Already
Hey, that's what I'm
done.
talking about.
Already done.
Hey, and if you
Appreciate
got
that.
some
Yes,
friends,
sir.
tell them about it. Tell them to like and subscribe too, man. We appreciate everything you do
Yeah,
down
I'm
in
sharing.
Sugartown,
I'm
baby.
sharing.
That's
I'm
what's
sharing
up,
on my
baby.
personal page. I shared it on some of the Razorback, Facebook pages and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm
That's
evangelizing
awesome.
for you, brother.
Hey, we appreciate
Man, we
it. Hey,
appreciate you. Hallelujah.
and join the Discord, man. You can get to us at any time. I'm always in there talking, doing something, man. So make
All
sure
right,
you
bet.
join the Discord too. It's right there on the screen. All you gotta do is look at it. It's in the description of the video too.
All right,
So
bet.
hey, Patrick, have a good
All
night,
right.
man.
All right, baby.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right.
Have a good one, bro.
Hey, y'all.
Man, we
Just
finally got
imagine-
somebody with some sense on the doggone thought.
I'm so like
And
first
there
sober
goes
caller of the
the
night.
perfect score right there. We was batting 1,000. Man, we was batting 1,000 until that
Well,
last one.
if I take one more drink.
Hey, Hogg Barbecue. He said, hey, KJ didn't look right after that first big hit. Accuracy was bad and he wasn't throwing it well. Y'all think KJ got hurt on that play?
He looked bad before the hit.
I was just gonna say that same thing, because he was overthrowing, underthrowing. He just looked terrible.
Hey, y'all.
I think
them boys partied before that night, the Kent State game. I'm telling y'all, I seen it in them.
I think so.
I seen it in them, man. They look like they partied hard that night. They looking over this game. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I done seen boys when they party. Man, them boys that partied that night. Looking over this game. This show.
They thought that Kent State game was gonna be sweet, man. That's what they thought. They thought it was gonna be a cakewalk.
Yep.
And they didn't think those boys was gonna come to play like they did.
But the sad part is Pittman said that. Pittman warned him. Pittman said, do y'all need to get awakened or whatever he had said? He had said something along them lines of like basically saying he had already told them this was a trap game. So if they still fell for it, that's on Pittman, man.
All right, so my question, I got a 2-part question. One, is this what they did against Kent State? Is it a wake-up call? Do you think they will respond and it actually be a wake-up call for the team?
It better be.
Yeah.
We'll see something Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're
we'll
gonna see Saturday.
find out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We definitely gonna find out, and this is gonna be on and popping. So the second part of my question is, my first part was, is it a wake-up call? And the second part is, if they don't show up and they barely win, do you guys feel we will win any of the next 4 games?
Ooh. Los?
1 and 3 at best.
Around the horn. Los?
1 and 3 at best.
Okay. Deezy?
Deezy?
Nah, I think it's over with. I think if we barely win this, we definitely losing everybody else. It's over with.
0-4?
I mean,
on the Gauntlet?
What do y'all see getting fixed? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like,
what more do you want from me?
What more do you want?
So you saying if we barely win this game, we go 0-4 on the Gauntlet?
We brought in Ben Souders because we wouldn't get no push. What push have y'all seen us get?
Answer the question. Answer the question. So you saying 0-4? If we barely, and what are you calling barely beating this team? 14 or less?
I say if it's a touchdown game, we out of there. We not lasting against nobody else.
So if we lose, these on record saying if we lose by a touchdown or less, we 0-4 on the gauntlet.
Yeah, if we
Tonka
win
Todd.
by a touchdown or less, yeah.
If we beat BYU by any score, that can be a good thing in the locker room, and I think we beat A&M and Ole Miss.
So we go 2-3. All right, 2-2, or yeah, 2-4. I would say. Okay, I say I think we need to hang. I think we need to hang at least 40 on BYU to feel comfortable in this gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying. And I say that because that's going to mean that the offense played well, and also the defense played well and gave us more time of possession. So if I feel like if we don't at least hang, 40 on them, then I think we're going to have trouble on the gauntlet. And even though I'm saying 11-1, I'm thinking that the gauntlet might debunk me. So that hey, and you know me, I've been standing on it. But I'm saying if we don't at least hang 40 on them, we could be in trouble. My 11-1 could be in trouble.
All right, Shank.
Man, hey, this is how I see it. A win's gonna be a win. As long as I say, if we get 14 up, we can be we're gonna be looking good. I think they can go from that and be satisfied. I think we'll get A&M and Ole Miss. That'll give them enough to get A&M and Ole Miss, and that's about it.
So we lose to LSU and Bama in the
We
gauntlet.
we always play LSU good. It's a dog fight, but
Facts.
it depends on what kind of dogs show up.
That's facts.
We just don't know.
All right.
And I ain't confident. I ain't seen nothing that's made me confident.
Hey, I'm with you on that.
Well,
OD?
in order for the Hogg fans not to burn down Reynolds Razorback Stadium, they better win. Because if they don't, hey man, I'm telling you, I think the Hogg fans will be like trying to hire Houston Nutback. We won't care if they lose. We gonna burn it down. Because if they lose
want
to
Bobby back, bro.
We'll take him back. I take Bobby back. We ain't gonna go there, but I'm just gonna finish this little statement here. It has to be a statement game. We have to beat the brakes off of BYU. We got to beat them. If we went up there and we did what we did last year, man, we got to do it again this year.
At home.
I feel like Dan Enos got something to prove this game because I said what I said earlier before the season ever started. I hated Dan Enos. I don't like Dan Enos. He run the same plays over and over, and he is proving me right in the first 2 games of the season. He ain't doing nothing. I promise you, I felt like Kendall Browse did a better job than him. At least we were scoring points. We couldn't stop nobody, but we were scoring points last year. This year, man, we struggled to get 28 against Shorter College. Hey, I'm just saying.
And the first TD was our defense. Like we put up 21 on Shorter College.
Yeah. I mean, for all the weapons that we got on the offensive side of the ball, we only could muster 21 points. Tesla is a beast.
Give him the rock.
The other dude we got, Armstrong, the dude is nice.
Give him the rock.
If we could just iron out jet sweep, bubble screens, give him the ball. He the fastest dude. He one of the fastest guys on the team, and you won't give him simple bubble screens, jet sweeps. Don't you, Enos, don't you look at Madden? You can play Madden and pick these plays up. That's all you got to do. This ain't simple. I mean, this ain't hard, dude. Just play Madden. Hey, call Quinn Grovey, man. Let him be the OC. Because I promise you, I played Quinn Grovey in Madden the other day. I'm gonna put this out there. Dude beat me so bad. And I promise you, I feel like I'm a professional Madden player. And everybody, all the homies know, I've been playing Madden all my life. But when I played Quinn Grover, he's sitting there telling me, I'm going to keep doing this until you stop it. Oh, you going to play man? I'm going to beat the brakes off of you because I know exactly where I'm going to go with the ball. Hey, man, it was like I was playing the AI system from Terminator. He knew everything I was going to do. So you mean to tell me Dan Enos is supposed to be the quarterback whisperer? He's supposed to have all this experience, and he done went and did his thing when he left Arkansas, but we struggling to get 21 points against the Stuttgart Riceburgs. Hey, all I'm saying, we better win. We better win big, because if the Razorback fans walk away like, yo, we escape with the skin on our teeth, man, bro, it's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a long season.
Hey,
imagine
for
a
y'all
3-point win,
bro. For y'all that's going to the game, I'm gonna be on the hill. I'm sitting in section 105, row 45, seat 17 and 18. Come holler at your boy. I got some matches in my pocket. I got some matches in my pocket. We burn that shut down. Hey, we lose that game. It's gonna be bro. They're gonna rush the field for the wrong purpose.
Man,
that's the first time the team gonna rush the field in a loss.
They're gonna treat Reynolds Razorback Stadium like they did that quarterback's truck that they set on fire, that Allen boy.
Man, I tell you what, they lose to BYU at home because I'm telling you, it's gonna be smoke in the city, because they're gonna be calling for some heads. I'm telling you that because of the first two games. The first two games we done limped through them. Now that our number one running back is hurt. Okay, so DeBinion, where you at? AJ, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Y'all was talking all that, y'all was talking real slick. Now it's your turn. It's your turn. It's next man up mentality. And if they don't have that type of dog mentality and protecting your house, man, I don't know what to tell them on this gauntlet. 11-1 might be in trouble.
Yep. Exactly. 11-1. It ain't looking good, G, but they still got time to turn it around. They still got time to turn it around. But, man, them offensive woes, hey.
I mean, this is our last chance to turn it around, in my opinion. This because it's the gauntlet.
Yeah,
hey man,
this is the last game where you can fix the offensive line, because after this game, there is no bringing Wiggins in at center. There is no moving the center to guard. There is none of that happening against LSU. You can't do it at that point. So this is BYU is the point of no return. This is the top of the roller coaster for you start screaming and peeing your pants, baby. It's now or never.
Yeah.
I agree with Tunk. I agree with Tunk on that, because anything you can try what you can get by with on this next game. If it don't work, it's over with.
Yeah,
it's over.
Hey, they're gonna have a real problem, and I don't want to look past BYU, but I'm just gonna put this out here. If you play LSU and they put the guy that they've been having at linebacker on the right side of the field and play him at defensive Perkins. If they put Perkins on the line on the right side and they got that big boy, and then they got that big boy in the middle, Arkansas gonna have to play a lot of 2 tight end sets, because you're gonna have to have the tight end on that side to block. You're gonna have to. So it ain't gonna be three receivers out there, especially if they come and do that. And if I'm LSU, I'm doing it. I'm putting the linebacker on the right side. I'm in my D tackle. Brum and Kudas both gonna have to block him, which leaves Sherman out there to block the linebacker. And you're gonna have to keep the running back there to block to help him. Yep. It's gonna get ugly. We're gonna have to run a simple offense against LSU if we can't block.
Well, actually, Arkansas's saving grace against LSU is if you go back and you watch LSU's games this year, their secondary actually has been the weak point in that defense.
Trash.
They've proven that they took a playbook out of Arkansas's defensive back play from last year. Apparently, is what's happening at LSU this year. So I think our wide receivers stack up better against LSU's defensive backs. Now, their front seven obviously has the advantage over our offensive line. That just kind of goes without saying. So OD is 100% correct. We're going to have to run 11 and 12 personnel. You have to. And then run a lot of slants and a lot of pass route combination concepts to try to help trick up them safeties to help KJ hit a man deep and hit a man in stride.
So Tonka, let me ask you. You know what? I forgot what I was about to ask you. It was based off something you had said, but I forgot that fast. My mind going 100 miles an hour, so I forgot. So
what you drinking tonight, OD?
Hey man,
nothing. Hey, Shirley Temple with extra grenadine.
OD, I gotta give you one. Hold up. Dark Man in the chat said BYU gonna win big 45-3. I gotta give Dark Man the quick. Go kill yourself.
Go kill yourself.
I got
45.
Hey, Dark Man is the resident hater, man. Dark Man,
he's resident. We love him.
We love him. He's the hater of the we got 35
fan.
We got 35 likes on this video. We got one dislike. Dark Man did it. I know he did it.
That's our guy, though. We love him. Hey, we love all our haters.
Yeah, we rock with Dark Man. Dark Man funny. He tap in with us. I think Dark Man just be trolling. He low key. He a Hogg fan. One day we gonna see him at the game and he gonna walk up. He was like, "Hey man, I'm Dark Man. We knew you was a Hogg fan." He just trolling.
He's gonna have a "I said what I said" shirt on when he shows up to the game too.
Exactly.
Yeah, he said he an Aggies fan, man. That's all good. Well, but he tap in with us though, because I guarantee you the Aggies ain't got nothing rocking like this. So we appreciate you, Brady.
And just because you're in a farmer's cult, just know Jesus loves you and we still love you. So you've got that going for you.
Oh man, that's what's up. Hey man, you know I love this 6 people format that we got here tonight, man. I've never had 6 people on here at the same time, and I had to create this on the fly. But it actually worked out, man. I like it, man. It gives you that around the horn vibe that Greg mentioned earlier, man. You got 6 people on here just talking about the Hogs, man. So before we get up out of here, we're gonna do another around the horn section. We're gonna start with Tonka Tide. What's gonna be the end and score of the game, Tonka?
Ooh.
I think. Well, I sincerely believe Arkansas will win by 10 to 14 points. And I think that's probably going to be the point spread we're looking at. I will take Arkansas 42-35.
Ooh, 35. You gonna give them that much, Tonka?
Hold on, I gotta write these down.
Simply because our safeties haven't truly been tested yet, and hey, they got a quarterback, and you got to remember BYU, them some grown men with 5 wives and a bunch of kids each. So,
so Tonka, give us that score one more time.
I'll say 42-35
in favor of Arkansas, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I ain't no
Tonka said 5 wives.
So,
all right, man. Deezy. We're gonna go the other way. Deezy.
Man. Just because both offenses have been struggling and both defenses have been searching, I'm gonna say Arkansas 28-21, man. I think we barely get out of there with a win. It's going to be a defensive game, and we all going to be mad.
All right, Los?
Man, DC was close to what I was thinking. I'm thinking 31-21.
Man.
I like that one.
In favor of Arkansas.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going 38-13 in favor of the Razorbacks. You heard? I said what I said.
The man in
Boy,
pick
you on that drink
75.
too.
Yeah.
You on
30
that drink too.
Hey, in favor of who?
The Hogs.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna break this down. First game, I said the score would be 56-10. It was 56-13. And the only reason they got the extra 3 points was because them fools kicked a field goal at the last 5 seconds of the game. So I would have been right. I forgot what I picked. Here we go. Last game I picked 48-9. We all was wrong. Because we had a 73 and 263s. So we was all off. But I think the Hogs gonna come to play. They gonna be looking to make a statement because they can sit here and say they don't read the newspaper and they don't watch ESPN and they don't watch the Woo Pig podcast. But we know they do. We know they watch it. They watch Trey Biddy, everybody. They watching. And so they in practice talking like they ain't got faith in us. So BYU about to get that business. And I'm telling you, they going to get the business. In 38-30, what I say? 38-13, that's it. That's what I'm going with. Chank?
Hey, I'm coming in at 35-17.
All right, I like that one. G, you last on the list, man.
Yo, I said 42 because like I said earlier, if we don't hang 40 on them, it's gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna go 42-17.
Okay.
I like that.
So we all got the Hogs winning. We don't think ESPN AI system is really telling the truth.
Their AI system smokes crack. I know my cousin sells it to them. So,
so does anybody know the strengths of BYU? I mean, last year they was trash, man. They was small up front. We ran all over them. So
Passing. Defense and passing. They literally are us right now. Like they running like I want to say like 3.2 yards to carry. It's looking ugly on the ground, but they moving the rock through the air, and then their defense is really their strength right now.
well, and also they've got 2 offensive tackles that are transfers that are tier 1 all-world tackle transfers for them. I mean, they hit a home run on their 2 tackle transfers. It's 2 real deals. So it's going to be a little bit of a test to see if we can get to that quarterback.
Okay. I'm looking at their scores, and I ain't looking at the box scores, but they was 14-0 against Sam Houston. I think G talked about that earlier. That was their first game. So that was a struggle. And then they won against Southern Utah 41-16. So that I think it's gonna be an interesting game, man. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna be there. Like I said, section 105, 45, 17 and 18. Come holler at your boy.
Anybody else in here gonna be at the game? Let's look at the comments. I want to see.
After last week, I sold my tickets.
Hey.
I don't blame you, Deezy.
I want to see Demo Feast, man. I don't think they don't want to really run Dominique, man. I heard Pittman talking to him in his press conference, and he, they gave him 8 runs in the last game. He had 7 yards.
Dom looks slow, bro.
Yeah, I think it's a knee. That is mentally, it's the knee. Physically, it's not the knee. The knee's fine, but I think mentally, it's the knee. But he is getting some touches. They got him in there blocking, so it's not like he's just sitting on the bench doing nothing. But I just think it's gonna take him some games to get okay mentally and comfortable to plan on that leg and go. But yeah, I think if he can get in the game and break one, I think it'll be good for his confidence.
Hey, hold on, Joe.
Go down
that. Hey, look at Blue Duck. We got a BYU fan that tapped in with us, baby.
Hey,
Welcome.
welcome.
Wait, Blue. Hold up.
Blue Duck say he
BYU
coming.
fan here, coming to the game from Utah. Hope it's close. Hey, Blue Duck. Hey, you need to come on. You need to call. Let me put the thing up here, man. You need to call in, man.
Call in, Blue Duck. Welcome, hey man. Welcome to Arkansas. If you ain't never been, man, welcome. It's good old Southern hospitality.
Now,
we love everybody.
Blue Duck, you saw what we did to y'all last year. Now,
hey man.
So let me make sure, just in case you gonna call in, let me make sure I'm ready. You ain't even got a text first. Just call.
Yeah, just call in, man, from Utah. We got to hear from a BYU fan, man. I've never even seen one in person.
Oh, the boys like Bigfoot.
I didn't even know they existed. Hey man, call in. I need to hear your voice.
Yeah, the boys BYU fans they like Bigfoot out here.
I know, right? BYU. I think you're a BYU fan by default. You know what I'm saying? Nobody chooses that.
Hey, Blue Duck, if you want to call in, if you call me and you can't get through, man, just text that number and I'll call you. But that's, just if you ain't scared. But I know,
right?
If you ain't scared, we just some Hogg fans.
We just Hogg fans, man. It's all clean, man. It's just the barbershop, baby.
And if you're scared, get a dog. And if you need a dog, I got plenty. Come to my house, I'll give you one.
Dark man a trip. Dark man talking about welcome BYU guy. Hope your team wins. I love Dark man.
He a hater to the core.
Dark man probably was playing. He probably one of the dudes from the Springdale Five that play for Houston Nut. He mad.
Mm-hmm. Dark man's just mad because he ran out of pages to color in his Mickey Mouse coloring book. That's all. It's okay, Dark man. We'll go to the Dollar Tree and get you a new one. It'd be all right.
I think we all need to pull up on a Texas A&M live stream and just tear it down. We should just call it there and just tear it down.
Do they have one?
I don't know, but I think we should find one.
Have something like this? No,
I don't think. Man, no other school got nothing like this. Exactly. That's why he's here. You right.
Once I learned that Texas A&M used to be an all boys school, I shook my head.
I know, right?
Y'all different down there.
I've got a great idea on how we control. I've got a great idea on how we control A&M the week of the game. Instead of the Woo Pig podcast, we run a false flag operation and act like we the Woo Aggie podcast, right? And we put it out in the Aggie Twitterverse and get all the Aggie fans to come. And when they come, it's just 6 Arkansas dudes just talking mad trash about the Aggies.
That's gonna be a good man. I'm telling you something, man. I hope Blue Duck, man, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Yeah,
Blue Duck said he at work, man. He said he can't call.
Hey, that's all right, man.
No.
That's okay.
Well, we will be on the post game show after the game. So don't worry about it. You can come in and tap in with us.
Bro, the post game the game ain't gonna be over. What time you gonna do the post game? Game ain't gonna be over until late.
Man, I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be up.
I'm gonna be on the hill, so I'm gonna have to take my stuff, man. Yeah, I'm calling in. I'm calling in. Hey, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call in because I'll be up on the hill.
This boy said he got. Hey, man, we gonna leave that man alone, man. we don't know if this is true.
You know what? They got sister wives.
Oh my God. That show just ruined all of Utah, man.
It did.
Everybody got 5 wives in Utah, man. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Hey, he said he gonna call in when we win. Hey, we gonna find out. I'm like Drake. Wait a minute, then you gonna see. And make sure you show up when you lose too.
Oh yeah, show up when you lose.
That same energy.
That same exact energy, because we're gonna be gracious winners and gracious losers. It don't matter. We're gonna talk trash no matter which way it go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey man, well, we've been 2 hours and 5 minutes out here.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
We had some technical issues, but they worked themselves out. We appreciate y'all for hanging in there with us and kicking it with us, man. Hey,
It was OD.
It's possible, man. I'm not gonna say, but as you can see, I got 6 people on here right now. People calling in, and it was working fine. So maybe it wasn't my equipment. Maybe it was just the software that I used was having a problem. Because I mean, hey,
we got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on. If y'all saw everything I got hooked up over here, you'd be like, "Oh my god!" So it's a lot going on over here, man. It's a lot going on. Matter of fact, if you do this, go here. Let me make sure I get that. Take that off. You gonna hit that right there. If you go here to the Discord and you subscribe, I'm gonna post a picture in there so y'all can see exactly what I'm working with and how much crap I got hooked up to this thing to keep this show running. But I ain't complaining. I love it. This is what I do. My boy Mr. Chisholm said it's gonna be 35-13. But make sure you join the Discord, man. That's where we gonna be at, kicking it, where we building. Hey, I appreciate everybody here for coming in and tapping in with us, man, and making the show possible, making it beautiful. But man, we got to get up out of here, man. It's 11:30, man. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Before we get up out of here, though, G, you got anything you want to say to him?
Yo, I just want to give a couple of shout outs like I always do. Tonka Ty, you in the building, baby. We love you, man. We appreciate you rocking with us. Chanky, light skin Lowe's, man, the paper player. We're gonna holler at our Uncle Clee, Mama, and Papa Gully. You know what I'm saying? We love all y'all, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. And with that, yo, I said what I said. And we out.
Oh my God.